how in the world can y'all be liberals after all this crazy stuff that your party stands for? I mean, it's asinine. And I truly believe 100% that the liberal brain needs to be studied. I really, truly don't understand how you guys can still be liberals, how you can still be Democrats. Like, yes, there's a lot of people leaving the Democratic Party, but they're still carrying those democratic beliefs and tendencies when they abandon, quote unquote, the party, right? You have these liberals, like DC, case in point, all right? Right here, cleaning up the streets. Trump is out there cleaning up DC. He deployed the National Guard. He's got federal agents on the ground. And the people in DC are thrilled about it. Beyond thrilled about it. They're not complaining. The only people who are complaining are the ones who don't live in DC and want to paint this as a bad thing. It's racist. It's what's the word? It's all of these other crazy terms that they enjoy using, right? They want to say Black Lives Matter, but they're not crying about the Black lives who lost their lives due to black violence. Just throwing that out there. They want you to be upset that because on the website, they're posting the people who they've arrested and what they were arrested for, right? And unfortunately for the heavily pro-blacks, black people ain't did nothing wrong, can't ever do wrong because it's the white man's fault for them to even be doing wrong type stuff, right? Like no accountability. You're always the victim, right? So they get out there and they get upset that it's black people being posted on the website. Continuous. But guess who's not complaining? The people who get to go out and enjoy DC. The vendors out there making a living. And black vendors too. Some of them are black. Oh, we got to support black-owned businesses. But you don't support the safety of said black-owned businesses. You have black people going in and terrorizing black-owned businesses. Again, how can you still be a Democrat? It's ridiculous. It's a disease. And a lot of you will still be hooting and hollering up in the church. And this is another thing too. Church folk. Christians, because you guys believe that you are Christians, but you don't practice. You like this. It's the idea. It gives you a false sense of feel good. You go up there and you beg God to save so-and-so, right? To hedge of protection, keep a hedge of protection over you and your family, your health, your finances, yada, yada, yada. But you still support the corrupt, evil, demonic entities that are continuously causing you pain and suffering. You can't say, Lord, I need you to deliver my son, deliver my daughter, deliver my husband, deliver this, and this, and still go out there and heavily support the, quote, supplier. You support the supplier because you believe you're racist if you don't. You support the again, back at DC. You support the crime by not standing up and siding with Trump and his belief that this needs to be dealt with. You people in Chicago, y'all have been over here. Many of you have already told Brandon Johnson, His time is coming. His time is coming. It's time for you to it's time for you to sit back and let Trump come in, and you need to leave. But you still got people. He stands up at a press conference all the time, and still got black folks standing behind him. He's got y'all believing that it's all the white man's fault. He's the one that's over here saying we're going to take this money and redirect it from the civilians, from our people, from our Chicago citizens. We're going to direct it towards illegals. But you want to pray to God that the cost of rent comes down, the cost of food comes down. But look who you standing over there supporting. You're supporting the destruction, the destructor, the supplier of all the crazy chaos to which you continue to get down on your knees and cry to God to fix. And God is showing you, but you refuse to see it because color is your God. Blackness is your God. Y'all hate to be shown the truth. And when it is shown backed up by facts, continuous facts, statistics, personal encounters, you still refuse to believe it. You just had, what was it on Jubilee? Hold on a second. Yeah, you just had Amanda Seales on Jubilee. This video was posted, has 2 million views right now per this recording, right? And posted 10 days ago, again, per this recording, right? So she gets up there and all she does is just continue to point the blame at the white man. The whole time. And she's debating 20 black conservatives. Some who at one point used to believe the same way she did. But by the grace of God, their eyes and hearts and minds were open. They refuse to play the victim card because they don't believe everything that people like Amanda Seales 100% wholeheartedly continues to spew out. Why one of the black conservatives was just like one of the biggest, what was it he said? The thing is about how long was this video? An hour and a half and some change long. Anytime that they will pull up a distinct situation, all Amanda Seales wanted to do was just be like, oh, well, why is that? The conservative is about, well, personal responsibility, right? And she's like, well, no, it's because the white man. When people like Amanda Seales continues to come out and point blame at the white man, you know what that tells me? You like to, at the same breath, you like to tout how black women are the most educated, how the black man is the best black man, how the black population is better, or the black people are better than any other people. But then at the same time, you make them sound weak because you say, oh, it's the white man. Like the white man has the most power over the black man. But at the same time, you say that the black man is powerful. So which is it? You make the black person sound dumb because apparently they don't know the difference between right and wrong. Are they too dumb to understand that, Amanda Seales? And those like her who believe that? Are they too dumb to understand basic economics? Are they too dumb to understand how babies are made? Because that's how you portray them when you like, well, the reason why there's no fathers, in many of the black homes is because the white man. So you mean to tell me the black man ain't have nothing to do with getting out there, clubbing it up and laying out with all of these women, making the worst women mothers, and women, you making the worst men fathers? No personal responsibility. But it's the white man's fault. They like to tout black power this and black strength this and black support that. But then once it comes again, DC putting boots on the ground to make it safe for everyone, no matter. Trump has shown that he supports black lives more than black lives. He's out there making the streets safe for all of them. He plans to go take the action to Chicago and any state, blue mostly, but even the red states. If he said that, he said, hey, if they need it, don't worry about it. But they're not the ones who, their numbers aren't as high as the ones in Chicago and California. You got illegals being put before our own citizens, our own veterans. Millions of dollars wasted. There was a story that just broke over in Scotland. They're over there arresting a 14-year-old. Now, firearms are illegal over in the UK, and apparently they're not supposed to have pointy, stabby objects either. But pointy, sharp objects. But this little girl was on camera trying to defend. They said it's her little sister. Then I heard it was a friend who was 12 years old, who was being basically what's the word? An illegal Muslim was trying to, the younger girl. She was like 12. He was taunting her and, stuff like that. I even think he was trying to lure her in, things of that nature. And she stood on business and brought out what she needed to show that she was serious. And he was posting a video. He's right here thinking, oh, you going to be in trouble now because look what you got. You're not supposed to have that. But she did get arrested, and I believe she posted bail. And of course, across the world, people are on her side. Those charges better be dropped because you got the wrong one. If you put those little girls in that situation because you wanted to be open to all of these people who do not share your beliefs, they don't care to share your beliefs. Their purpose is to conquer. You have mosques going up in countries that you never thought you'd have mosques going up. You have churches here in the U.S. being bought by Muslims, and in turn they are turning them into mosques. And it's sickening because we've known for years that this has been their plot, but because of you liberals with the sick, demented mind that again needs to be studied, you invite evil when they sit there and they write down their full intent. You 100% support it. 9/11, no matter how you believed in it or not, hoax, truth, inside job, whatever, across the world, it was known. And here in the U.S., it was one of the most impactful moments in our history. Because in the end, a lot of people lost lives due to evil. And we were, taking down the whole path of, Bin Laden and, all of the terrorists and stuff like that. But we see how they are. We see how they act. And yet you still leave the border wide open and say no country has borders. This is all our land. But you won't leave your house unlocked for anybody to just walk in. You don't leave your car keys outside just for anybody to come take your car. If the moment you have fraud hit your account, you are immediately on the phone, you set up parameters, calling the bank, calling a credit card company, whatever. And you guys don't seem to think that nothing's wrong with it. You're okay with having to look over your shoulders. You're just like, huh? But you have an option to rid the evil, to pull it out by the roots, to cut it off. But instead, we have to be tolerant because God. And you don't even actually read the Bible. It's a good idea. You feel included. But you dance with evil every day. How does that make sense? And now you just had this Catholic school situation. Let me find that real quick, make sure I'm saying it right. Yeah, up in Minnesota, happened today. Babies lost their lives because of a trans person who was demented, sick in the head, cowardice, demonic. The media, they're already doing their job, scrubbing his, because he was a trans woman. Okay? But they're already scrubbing his social media. They're not even trying to tell you that he was trans because they don't want that blemish. When we've already said that it's a mental disease. These people need help. Instead of you affirming their change, their sex change and their hormones this and their name change that, instead of you conforming to their mental gymnastics and the mental health crisis that they are in, we get this as a result. Again, liberals. How can you still be one? Everything you support brings destruction. Whether it be harm or death. Everything you support. These people are out here constantly every day, and thank God for the current administration we have. Because I tell you what, if we had another Biden presidency, or oh my gosh, cackling Kamala, I don't know what we'd be doing right now, honestly. Of course, things will be a lot worse than where they are, especially financially, because they'll be taxing the crazy out of us just to side up with Ukraine. They'll be opening the borders like crazy. You'll have all those Muslims coming up to your child's school. You'll have all these trans out here preying upon your kids on Roblox. Shout out to all those predator catchers out there. You guys are truly, 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 truly a blessing. So yeah, I don't know. I don't understand how you guys are still liberals. And again, I'll say it again, it needs to be studied. But hey, I just wanted to put this out there, little rant. It's been a while. You know what you're supposed to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell, receive notifications from when I do drop a new video, or in this case, rant. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Keep the conversation going, and stay prayed up. It's crazy out there. Just one more thing, real quick. This is disgusting. This is the Minneapolis mayor, who's a Democrat. POS, you just heard my whole rant about the Democrats, right? And how I don't see how you can still, whatever. Listen to the disgusting thing that he says for those who are sending their thoughts and prayers to the families and those impacted by this horrific situation. How disgusting and deplorable can you be? How anti-Christian, Catholic, how anti-God, rather, basically, can you be? Okay? Apparently I'm hearing that he's Jewish. Take that as you will. But how disgusting that instead of you, and there's other liberals out here, instead of them basically directing, he's taken this moment, this heartbreaking moment, and just spitting all over it. If people want, what else can people do? What else can they do other than vote you grassholes out? What else can they do? Except sit? Is prayer not strong? Is prayer not biblical? Is prayer not what we're supposed to do as believers? So are you spitting in the face of God by saying, keep your thoughts and prayers to yourselves? Just listen to this nonsense. It's disgusting.
Those families are suffering immense pain right now.
Because of the nonsense that you entertain. Prime example, the trans demon that went in there and took their lives. But I'm sorry, continue, let's go.
Think of this as if it were your own. Every one of us needs to be wrapping our arms around these families, giving them every ounce that we can muster.
So what's wrong with thoughts and prayers? Not everybody can reach these families like that. Not everyone can go and be physically in the room with them. So you send. Prayer is powerful. So you saying prayer is weak. Let's keep going. Sorry. No, I'm not.
These were Minneapolis families. These were American families. And the amount of pain that they are suffering right now is extraordinary. And don't just say this is about thoughts and prayers right now. These kids were literally praying. It was the first week of school. They were in a church. These are kids that should be learning with their friends.
I'm sorry, but you are the mayor of this city. I, as a parent, would be looking at you as to why you failed to implement safety protocols for these schools, knowing that there were unhinged people out there that no matter what type of parameters you installed to prevent them from accessing what weapons that the shooter had, that you are the reason why, particularly in my opinion thus far. I mean, some stuff was going to come out, of course, as the days go on, but why is it that people out here crying? This is devastating. Babies lost their lives, and instead of you actually keeping it about them, you attack those exact religious beliefs that those babies upheld, that their families uphold. And then at the same time, and I'm gonna just let this play out. I'm gonna try to. Sorry. These same Democrats who are out here, because Jen Psaki did something similar, said something similar. She was basically, you know, on the same side as this pathetic mayor. You know, she was like, thoughts and prayers are nothing. But then, in times past, she sent her thoughts and prayers when a Republican was attacked. So Jen Psaki, what was that? Same thing. And I know this mayor did the same thing. They politicize it. They come out. They become disrespectful, disgustingly disrespectful. And instead of him holding the demon responsible for this, he goes after those who are literally brokenhearted. And that's all they can do is send their thoughts and prayers, because how else? To them, prayers is very, very important and very, very strong. And you just spit on the face of all of those babies who were in there praying, because those babies believed in prayer. But let me just let this ride out, and then
They should be playing on the playground. They should be able to go to school or church in peace without the fear or risk of violence, and their parents should have the same kind of assurance.
But you failed as a mayor to keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I'm sorry.
These are the sort of basic assurances that every family should have, every step of the day, regardless of where they are in our country.